It's Week 18 of the NFL.
And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey.
He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the 49ers and the Hawks, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys...
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team. Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass-receiving threat and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch.
Throwing on second down, Smith. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Next to score, Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. And he will score. Nicole Hardman. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the 49ers come right back to tie it at 7. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Smith-Njigba left side, he's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play action now. It's Geno. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He's got his man complete to Johnson.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Geno. Outright Smith-Njigba has it. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. Got it with Smith-Njigba. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play there.
He is in. Geno Smith, touchdown Seahawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
49ers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. And we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night. That one is complete to Hardman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll send a tight end in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's into the hands of Tyquan Thornton. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At their 48-yard line.
So Kittle comes in motion. Going right sideline and complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. A short game, down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal.
Up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be McCaffrey. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the first. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Tyquan Thornton. Touchdown, San Francisco. Sly now for the point after. His kick is good. And the 49ers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The 49ers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We'll see how much usage they want to give him here in Week 18. But he is the NFL's leader in receiving yards among running backs. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got it inside the 5. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Here's Purdy. He's got it at the 3. And he will get into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Smith. That'll be caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Walker. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Niners offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a 2nd defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And he gets that to Hardman. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. off the play fake. Here's Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He keeps it himself. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. On 3rd and 1, here's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Sly's kick is good. And the 49ers going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 10, 24-14. The work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Gino now on 1st and 10. Smith-Njigba left side. He's got it.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 2nd down, Smith. Looking Smith-Njigba's way again, and again a catch. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Gino. Open man, it's Juju Smith-Schuster downfield. And he will go all the way. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Seattle. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks cut the lead to 3, 24-21.
Seahawks 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Niners offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw, Purdy. That one is complete to Hardman.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Purdy again. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 49ers 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth 1st half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. 1st and 10. Purdy. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches on the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll go right and find his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. He's got it at the 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll look to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Looking for a 3rd down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Nicole Hardman, touchdown San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Slides extra point, up and good. And the 49ers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This will be taken in at the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Justin Fields leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Josh Allen, a touchdown pass in the victory. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He was on point repeatedly, ultimately finishing with 4 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters alone. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Purdy quickly to Ayuk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Quick throw here is complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll complete that to his fullback. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure how many guys grew up wanting to be an NFL fullback. Like, they don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Smith. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. A short one there. Caught by Kittle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run once more with McCaffrey. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On 1st down, here's Geno to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A handoff to Walker. Walker, 1st down and more. Walker. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 86 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Niners offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Purdy. That one intercepted. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Seahawks 35.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense. You watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown. And you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, no. Offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. It's Geno. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds. It's just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down. On the bootleg, it's Smith. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Smith. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Geno. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The 49ers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Julian Love brings him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 48-yard line.
So Kittle comes in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Slot receiver headed right. 3rd and short. Purdy. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
A 2nd down throw here for Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. That's hot. Left side. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
That's another 49er. 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Purdy. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. To throw is Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tyquan Thornton. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, Smith. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Now Walker. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. He's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the pistol, Smith. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And a short pickup there to about the 18. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
It's fourth down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Gino to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now, Gino. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Again for McCaffrey running right. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Gino. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense.
And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. They finish off the regular season with some momentum. And they'll wait with bated breath to find out who they're going to play next week in the wild card round. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.